CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, a dangerous situation out of Pompano Beach. Chopper 4 over the scene of a shooting. This is along the 1300 block of Northwest 18th Drive. Police say they found one person shot. He was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Detectives are looking for the gunman and trying to figure out the reason behind the shooting. A sand collapse takes the life of a young girl at Lauderdale by the Sea, her brother recovering from his injuries. The two siblings on a vacation from Indiana. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray explains what happened.
And it was just about 24 hours ago here at Lauderdale by the Sea this tragedy unfolded. From what we understand, two children, 7 and 9 years old, were digging a hole. The hole was said to be 4 to 6 feet deep. At some point, the sides collapsed in and buried the children. Unfortunately, the seven-year-old Sloan Mattingly of Indiana did not survive. Her brother, 9-year-old Maddox Mattingly, did survive and was released from the hospital. Now, we talked to somebody who saw the whole thing unfold on the beach. Here is what he had to say.
The other tourist was on the beach, and he holds the father leg to try pull both men out of there. But he couldn't roll the little girl's hand because the sand was too heavy, and couldn't get her out. He let her go, and the people started to dig it in to get her out, but it took too long to get her out of there.
Lauderdale by the Sea does not have any lifeguards. There is a sign warning people that there are no lifeguards. Whether that would have made a difference, it's really not known, but I did speak to the mayor of Lauderdale by the Sea, and he tells me that recently they contracted with the city of Pompano Beach for fire rescue services. Part of the discussion was having lifeguards finally here at the beach, and that he believes they will have that in the future. In Lauderdale by the Sea, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
Now at 4, an 8-month-old girl at the center of a statewide Amber Alert has been found safe this afternoon. Chopper 4 over the scene of a mobile home park. This is along Johnson and US 27 highway in Pembroke Pines. Police say they found the baby and detained the mother. The infant went missing yesterday after her father picked her up from daycare. Neither the mother or father have parental rights. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten is working this story. He's going to have the very latest tonight at 5.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside at beautiful downtown Miami. A great day across South Florida. A chilly morning, but it warmed up very nicely. Next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler joins us with more. Hey, Cindy.
Hey, Naja. We're going to have some more of this going forward. What a great day today. Again, very hard to find any clouds out there. 73 degrees right now. That is so far the high today. And our winds, again, mainly out of the northwest. Dry air, extremely dry air again across South Florida. This is what we're looking ahead to, though. One more chilly night before we start to see a warming trend kick in. Sunny, warmer days ahead, and that certainly is nice heading into the weekend. And then a cold front will come in Friday night, but the question is how much moisture will this thing have with it, because it's not going to pick up anything here. Look at this right now, the relative humidity 33% in Miami. That's even drier than it was yesterday at this time. So that dry air continues to hang on across our area. Again, northwesterly flow, that's continental air that's coming in here. So really tough to get any clouds developing because of the dry air. There's really no moisture to work with. So with high pressure aloft, pressing down on the surface, that's what we get. Northwesterly winds about 6 miles per hour at this point, but we did have a gust at 22 miles per hour so far today. And tonight, very nice again. We should have mostly clear skies. Temperatures will drop off, though, because of that dry air. It should once again drop into the low to mid 50s. We even had some 40s last night. Kendall, my goodness. 47 degrees. That's some chilly stuff. So mostly lower 50s, Plantation, Lauderhill, Oakland Park, Dania Beach about 54 degrees. You get closer to the water, temperatures will be a little bit warmer. So Key Biscayne about 57, but Miami 56. Palmetto Bay 56 degrees. So those warmer temperatures will be on the way. We're going to start switching the winds to more of an east-southeasterly direction. Beautiful tomorrow. Cold start, but nice and mild in the afternoon. High pressure finally going to kick out of the Gulf and make its way back into the Atlantic. So that in turn will will churn those winds, allowing a front to come in, but moisture starved. So maybe a few hundredths of an inch of rain late Friday night, early Saturday morning. It looks like that's going to be about it. And then behind the front, look at that. Cooler, drier air slips in again for Saturday afternoon, Sunday into Monday before another warming trend kicks in again next week. So if you time it out, there's the showers for us. So very early Saturday morning, a couple of showers moving through. This is not going to be a big deal, but it will bring a little bit of cloud cover here. So here's your forecast. Tomorrow's highs, nice, 76 degrees. Friday, 80. Here's your warm day. Saturday, we have that chance of some showers in the morning, but look at that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, dry conditions and our temperatures climbing back to 80 degrees.
Looks like a great few days ahead. Thank you, Cindy. The search is on for several migrants along Hobie Beach. Chopper 4 over the beach earlier today. Police say 5 migrants arrived this morning on board a makeshift boat. Officials found 2 men and are looking for 3 others. U.S. Customs and Border Protection is now investigating. Miami Beach commissioners continue to make decisions to keep the beach safe for spring break. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch has what you need to know.
I'm Peter Dinch of Miami Beach, where city commissioners continue their crackdown on spring break amid their concerns about unruly crowds. They just voted 5-1 to limit access to public parking garages during 2 critical weekends. There are some exemptions. We'll tell you who's affected in a live report coming up at 5. On Miami Beach, Peter Dinch, CBS News, Miami.
Shots fired at a Hollywood neighborhood. Now detectives searching for the gunman responsible for a deadly double shooting. It all happened east of I-95 between Sheridan Street and Sterling Road. Police say when they arrived to the scene, they found 2 people with gunshot wounds. 1 man died at the scene. A woman was rushed to the hospital. No word yet on her condition. Investigators are working to determine a motive behind the shooting. A brazen crime caught on camera. Take a look. Surveillance video caught the moment a man robbed a Pembroke Pines 7-Eleven at gunpoint. It happened last month. You can see that man just walking into the store along Pines Boulevard. Moments later, police say he pulled out a gun and demanded money from the register. He then ran off. No one was hurt. If you have any information, call police. Now to a health alert at a Broward County elementary school. Broward school leaders looking for state guidance. It's after a 6th person tested positive for measles at a school in Weston. Manatee Bay Elementary School officials say 200 students didn't show up for class yesterday. Florida Department of Health officials have not issued an emergency order. Until then, district officials can do little more than clean and sanitize the school.
We are not allowed to keep children from coming to school, but if the state feels that it's the best interest, they'll deem that as a state of emergency for the school and be able to keep students that are not vaccinated from the school.
District leaders see no county-wide issues. They say that's because all known confirmed cases are at one school. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is working this story. He's going to have the very latest tonight at 6. A new twist in the tension between the United States and Russia. Find out why an American citizen was arrested when we come back. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. An American citizen faces up to 20 years in a Russian prison. She was arrested on suspicion of treason. Her reported crime, giving about $50 to a Ukrainian charity. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
Russia's security services said this week it has arrested Ksenia Karolina, an American with dual Russian citizenship. The Los Angeles resident and amateur ballerina is being held on charges of espionage and treason. Karolina is accused of making a $51 donation to a Ukrainian charity.
Russia does not recognize dual citizenship, considers them to be Russian citizens first and foremost, and so oftentimes we have a difficult time getting consular assistance, but we will pursue it.
Her former mother-in-law tells CBS News that she fears for Karolina's life.
Very, very concerned about her. about her physical being. We know that Navalny was just killed a few days ago. We know it wasn't just a death, it was a murder.
And news of the arrest comes as President Biden has vowed he will issue new sanctions on Russia. They're in response to the death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny and the invasion of Ukraine 2 years ago.
White House officials say the sanctions will be aimed at Russia's defense sector. During a fundraiser in Los Angeles, the president slammed former President Donald Trump for not condemning Russian President Vladimir Putin over Navalny's death.
Navalny is a very sad situation, and he's very brave.
When asked about Navalny during a Fox News town hall Tuesday, Trump pivoted to his own legal fights.
We are turning into a communist country in many ways, and if you look at it, I'm the leading candidate. I got indicted. I never heard of being indicted before. I got indicted 4 times. I have 8 or 9 trials.
Meanwhile, the White House is trying to put pressure on House Republicans to take up a foreign aid package to provide Ukraine with much-needed ammunition. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Caught on camera, surveillance video shows a brazen armed robbery in the middle of the day. Happened at a Gucci store in New York. Police say the thieves made off with more than $50,000 worth of luxury goods. Take a look. In the video, you see 2 men in black hoodies, masks, and gloves walk into the store. One of them waves a gun around. Police say they told everyone to get on the ground as they started grabbing items. As one of them stuffs merchandise into a large bag, the other grabs suitcases. Then they try to take off. One of them trips on the way out. Police say they got into a car that was waiting for them and then drove off. They have not been seen since. Gambling paying off in a big way in the United States. The American Gaming Association says people spent a record $66.5 billion on commercial gaming last year. That is $6 billion higher than in 2022. This includes money spent at casinos, sports betting, and online gaming sites. The Gaming Association says the industry's revenue is helping the economy. The money spent generated more than $14 billion for state and local taxes. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a wonderful day.